And let me share my screen. Let me know once it is visible to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I told you, let me open that presentation. So as you told me, like, you are having some, okay, okay, before that, just let me know how many monitors are visible to you right now, one or two on your screen?
Two right side. So actually, I think it's one.
One only. Okay, actually
Right side that notes. No, next slide actually.
okay, no worries. Actually I'm using kind of triple monitor setup here. So okay, anyway, I'm
Hmm.
sharing only single screen to you. So is it
Okay.
visible clearly?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to run any slideshow right now. Okay, so
Hmm.
as you told me, right now you're working for a Citrix
Yeah.
or on Citrix profile. I'm not sure on which level you are working right now. It may be for help desk or for L1. So just let me know what are your day-to-day activities. If I'm talking about the Citrix, means
Yeah.
what you are.
Actually, it was not started. It was not started. I will do. I don't know anything of ABC of the things because
Okay.
I'm not technical background. I'm from civil.
Okay.
For them also, I'll join in that.
Mhm.
Mm, so I don't know how to troubleshoot and all this thing. I don't know even though what they are. Just I taken a training that knowledge I have. That's it.
Okay, means I can assume that you are very new to this technology, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so coming to the basic definition of Citrix, as you can see on the screen, it is a company
Mm,
headquarter located in US, Florida, and there is the only thing you have to remember, nothing in that thing, nothing much in that. Okay, so we have two most popular products from Citrix for virtualization. Okay, so before I
okay.
can start, do you have any idea what is virtualization and why we are using virtualization?
To provide the desktops and uh, applications to users, no,
So we can use our,
virtually.
yes, so we can also open a remote console on the physical machines as well, correct? For
Yeah,
the same. Just suppose if you want to if you want to publish any desktop or any application, you can use
yeah.
your office hardware, na, physical desktop or laptop, whatever is there. You can directly open one remote console and you can share with the users. User will be able to connect over the IDP or over the any other remote application. So why virtualization only?
So we can connect from anywhere.
No, no. If I'm talking about the remote, just suppose you have opened, okay, just suppose I'm having my personal laptop with me, okay, and I want to access my laptop from any location from over the globe, okay. So I can do
Okay.
that now over the internet. Why virtualization?
Yeah, it is secured in Citrix. It is secured to virtualize data
No, for
security.
no, for security we are having multiple firewalls. Netscaler is there, Citrix ADC is there. So it is not for
Mm,
the security.
mhm.
Okay, so let me explain you that thing. Virtualization. What is virtualization? Basically, with the help of virtualization, we can utilize 100% of our hardware resources. That what you did. Why? You have just procured a new laptop with 32 GB of RAM. Why? Because you want to create multiple virtual machines to utilize your 32 GB of RAM. Correct?
Yeah.
That is virtualization. Means with the help of virtualization, we always try to get maximum utilization from our hardware resources. So just suppose in my case, I'm having hardware like uh, this is my CPU i7 8 generation and having multiple physical and logical cores. Okay. Also I'm
Six both.
having also I'm having 32 GB of RAM. So if I only use Windows 10, in this physical machine, it is useless for me. Why? Because with that operating system, I will never be able to utilize that much of memory. Correct.
Yeah.
If you can try, you can open thousands of tabs, but it will never use that much of memory. Correct.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so basically, to utilize hardware resource to its maximum efficiency, we always use the hypervisors. Okay, so we have two popular hypervisors in the market right now. First one is from VMware, which is ESXi host, and second one is from Citrix, which we called as a Citrix hypervisor or Gen server. Earlier, it was known as Gen
Gem
server.
server.
Now, the
Yeah.
guys rename the things to Citrix hypervisor. So where I was, okay, so I was explaining that Citrix have two most popular product, which is known as Gen app and Gen desktop. Earlier, their name was Gen app and Gen desktop. Now they guys rename it to virtual apps and virtual desktop. Okay. So
Device.
if someone talking about Gen app, that means it's for virtual apps, and for Gen desktop, it's virtual desktop. Okay. So after release 7, like Citrix virtual apps and desktop version 7, many multiple names are changed by Citrix. Okay. So no
Okay.
issue in that. We always continue with the new version, which is Citrix virtual apps and desktop in our case. Okay. In short form, someone name it as a CVAD as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So coming to the working principle, so basically on the left hand side, it is end user device. Okay, end user device. It could be user personal laptop or office laptop. In that particular laptop or desktop, we have to install one application which is known as Citrix receiver or Citrix workspace. Okay, so
Yeah.
the updated version of Citrix receiver is Citrix workspace now, and latest release could be 2106, or even I'm not sure what is the current version. Okay, you can Google it. So basically, this is end user device, and that entire part, this one is our private data center, okay, or company data center. So basically, this is a firewall, and for Citrix, we have NetScaler as a firewall, but it is not mandatory. If you want to use another firewall from Cisco or from FortiClient, you can deploy that firewall as well. So that particular window ensures the security, okay. And security for what? For our data center, what we have located here. Okay. So coming to the core component of Citrix, so as you can see here, delivery controller, storefront, Citrix Studio, director, license server, all those are the core components of Citrix. These three, four. Okay. And delivery
Yeah.
controller is a machine. With the help of delivery controller, we will be able to centrally manage the entire data center. Means we need some console na, to manage the stuff. So this
Yeah.
machine works as a centralized machine or centralized console. Apart from that, this is the hypervisor. In our case, it will be Citrix hypervisor. Okay. And on that Citrix hypervisor, what we will do, we will host virtual machines, servers, application, and desktop on hypervisor itself. Okay. And Active Directory SQL Server is from Microsoft. So I hope you have some idea about what is Active Directory and what is SQL Server. SQL Server is for database, correct? Like whatever the activities is,
User data store.
yeah, whatever the activities is going
Components
on,
data actually. Complete component data will be stored in SQL Server.
complete data, it could be session detail, it could be user login detail, it could be any error code, whatever it is, code query, each and everything will get stored in our SQL database. Okay. And what is Active
Okay.
Directory?
Active Directory, we can store the users data actually. OU,
Right.
site,
So basically we use Active Directory server
organization units, site.
to store users and computers information. Got it?
Yeah. Users and computer.
Okay. So basically we use Active Directory server for authentication purpose. Correct. Just suppose if you have to log into your laptop, you need some credentials, na? So those
Yeah.
credentials, well, all those credentials validated from Active Directory only. Okay. Any doubt so far?
No, not an issue. This all those things I can. No.
Okay, so coming to the point here, the entire lab I have divided into 10 sessions. Okay, either I can complete the
Okay.
entire series in 4 hours itself, but it will be useless for you. For me, I am having regular practice. Okay, so in the first session, this is prerequisites that we are discussing right now in this session. Okay, in second session, we will learn how to install and configure the delivery controllers and other core components. In the third session, we will learn how to install and configure the hypervisors. In the fourth one, we will learn how to create a site and how to add delivery controllers to that particular site. In the fifth one, we will learn how to install and configure the virtual delivery agents, then how to create the machine catalogs, then how to create the delivery groups, and how to configure the storefront server. In the ninth session, we will test our deployment. Okay, like what we have published and our user will be able to access those resources or not. Okay, and 10 session is for you. It's for troubleshooting, backup, and if you face any issue, you can discuss, and I will be there to support for this. Okay, so basically, this one is for theory only that we are discussing right now. This one is for practicals, and from second to eighth session, all those will be core technical with live practicals itself. Okay, like you have to work hard for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 sessions. Okay, but after 7 session, you will be able to, if you want, you will be able to crack the exam for Citrix. From like if you want to opt for the certification, it's your choice. Okay,
How
and
much is the fees for that certificate?
it's always changing. Let me search. No worries, I can help you in that as well. I have some of my organizational, like, coupons I can provide you, and with those you will get at least 30% of discount. You can find out earlier it was somewhere around like $300.
No, it's approximately 15 to 20,000.
Yes. What is opening? Okay, anyway, you can explore that price on Citrix official website, or I will share the link right now. We are not, but you can assume like it will be somewhere around in between 250 to $300. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So coming to the test lab, that what you have to create in your hardware. Okay. So as you can see, the first machine will be our domain controller. Okay. And I have allocated 2 GB of RAM to that domain controller, and this is my domain, techmtech.com. In your case, domain may be different. Okay. Second machine will be our delivery controller. I named it as DDC, and I have allocated 6 GB RAM to that DDC. And I have joined this machine on my domain, which is techmtech.com. And both both those machines are server operating system. Okay, I have used Windows Server 2019 for domain controller and delivery controller. Okay.
Okay.
Coming to the hypervisor, so these are the Citrix hypervisors. I have created two for
So
so
you are
there.
using Zen server and Zen Center.
Gen server is a hypervisor, and Gen Center basically it is a GUI tool to manage the hypervisor. Okay, so what we will do, we will connect Gen Center to Gen server, and from Gen Center we will manage our Gen server. Okay, I will let you know with the practicals. Okay, so
So for no need for that VMware vSphere.
no, not actually required for Citrix, but for your learning perspective, I will let you know how to deploy that as well. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, these are my two hypervisors. So you have nothing to do with the hypervisors. How to configure the hypervisor, I will let you know practically in one-on-one sessions only, as I have shown here. In the third session, we will learn how to install and configure the hypervisor. Okay. And apart from that, I need to client machine. Those machines will act as a client machine like our end user machines. And those I have used Windows 10 operating system and host name, as you can see, Win10 client 01 and client 02. And for every machine, I have allocated 2 GB of RAM. And again, I have joined those machine into my domain, which is techmtech.com in my case. Okay. So you can eliminate this machine, not required. We are good with one machine itself for our learning perspective. But if you want to create, you can create the second. Okay. And for hypervisor, if you want to create second, that is fine. Otherwise, I'm good with one as well. But I will let you know how to configure the failover. Okay. If our Gen server one goes down, in that case, we have to ship entire operation to Gen server 02. Okay. So
So we
now
don't need two delivery controllers, two storefront servers.
look, look at the configuration, what I have configured here. Okay. 2 plus 6, 10, 10, 10, 26, 2, 2. I have configured the entire lab for 32 GB memory itself.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the only reason why I have not configured second delivery controller. But if you want to learn, we can configure two or more delivery controllers as well. Okay. But
So
as we are,
with more delivery controllers, we can
Mhm.
know how to communicate each and load balancing.
That I will take care. You have nothing to worry. Okay. I will let you know how to configure the delivery controllers. If we are having multiple delivery controllers in our infra, we can balance the load accordingly. Okay. Those settings, I will let you know how to do that. Once our
Because
lab will,
you will providing me lab also to practice
lab means what kind of lab?
for practicing purpose. I am asking.
Yeah, that is the only reason. What I'm telling you, I will create the entire lab on your hardware only. Why? Because your hardware is always with you. And whatever
Yeah.
you want to practice, you can practice on your hardware. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't have any hardware, in that case you can rent out the hardware. We have multiple, like, cloud service providers, but if you have, so there is nothing to do. Okay. You have to use your own hardware. So coming to the requirements, like, I missed that thing. OS requirement, if we talk about, I need Win server 2019 ISO that you can download from Microsoft easily. Okay. And apart from that, you need to
If you
download.
have means you can share that.
I will share the Citrix one only. If you also you need Citrix, let me short here. Citrix virtual apps and desktop ISO that I will share with you. Apart from that, you need Citrix hypervisor ISO. I will share those ISOs with you. Okay, so this is the software requirement. So let me give me a moment. So you need to have those three files. Let me share. Uh, what is your Gmail ID?
It's Muqtadir MUK.
Please text me on WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll test. Yeah, I texted.
Okay, one ISO shared, and let me share second as well. Why it's not showing your name to that list? And one more software that you have to download, which is Gen Center. Let me share all those with you. Just download those ISO files and keep that in your hardware. Okay, so this is done from my side now. Please share your screen so that I can review your hardware. Okay. Yeah, please share your screen.
Yeah, shared no. Yeah, yeah, you can see no.
Yes, open that VMware Workstation Pro. Show me the hard drive, how much hard drive you have in this laptop.
512 SSD.
512 SSD, and you have created three partition. Okay. And we need at least 250 GB. How much data you have into D drive? Please open it. What is that?
This workstation list.
What is that? Okay. So do one thing. I need one drive completely blank. So you can delete it or you can move it to another small drive. You can do that later as
So
well.
no, no, this is workstation actually, VMware workstation setup. So you want to
Okay.
set up in CD.
Okay. Okay. I understood. Like you have installed the setup in D drive. Correct.
D and E free for that. We can
Okay.
use this too.
Okay. No issue. No issue. Now go to that VMware Workstation Pro. And where is your domain controller? You remove domain controller
No,
as well?
I removed completely.
Very good. Now create a new machine. Okay, okay. Let it be. Cancel it. Cancel it. Click on the edit from your top left corner. Yeah. Virtual network editor. Click on the change settings. Right hand side below. Right hand side below. Just to the right hand side down bottom at your nobody.
What you saying?
Click on the change settings.
Change setting.
Just below the help.
This.
Just below this. Just little bit below. Yeah.
Okay. No change. Yeah.
Cl-
Yes.
Yes. Now click on the second adapter, which is host only. Second one. Now
Okay.
just blow down into the subnet IP. Just replace 49 bit 10. Replace 49 bit 10. It's your 10.0 network. No, enter 10. 10. Number 10. Yeah.
Entire 10. No?
Type 192 from start 192.168.10.0.
Okay.
0.0. Now uncheck that use local DSCP service. Uncheck this option. Perfect. Now click on the third network adapter, which is VMNet 8 from top. Yeah. Now here, just replace 142 bit 20. Number 20. Perfect.
Yeah.
No, no, that's it. That's it. Click apply and OK. So what I did actually, I have made some changes in your network configuration. Your host only network adapter will be 10.0 in series, like 192.168.10.1 to 10.225, and for your second one it should be 20.0. Your host only network adapter, it will not have any internet access, but if you want to provide internet access to any virtual machine, in that case you have to use the second adapter. That I will let you know how to change those. Click OK. Simply click on create a new machine. Typical is fine.
Typical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Click on next. Again next. Name it as DC. Just enter DC. Wait, why it's going to OneDrive? Change the path.
In D or E, in which you want to do?
D first used. First we will utilize the D, then name it as DC. Yeah. Okay. Click on next. That is fine. Click on next.
It's enough to
Yeah.
set up all those things.
For domain controller, we have nothing to set up. Now we just have to add few roles like Active Directory roles. Correct.
So we can reduce the hard disk.
No. It will be. It is sufficient. Simply click on next. No, we do not want a single disk.
So what is the actually? It means splitting in multiple files and single file.
Listen, if you are using any traditional mechanical drive, those are slow. Correct. For
Mm.
those, what we used to create a single disk file, and it will automatically increase the performance for like read and write operation. But as we are using SSD, so SSDs are quite faster. Correct. So we
I'm
do
not
not
able to hear.
we do not want to split as a consider as a single disk. Why? Because if you select the first option, it will utilize entire 60 GB of your physical hard drive. Okay, we do not want that. Okay, simply click on next. Now click on customize hardware, and from here click on the CD DVD and mount the ISO media. Click on next, close it and power on your machine.
This network, we don't need to put bridge and all.
No. You have to further, you have to use host only connections. Okay. So what actually host only means, with the help of host only network adapter, your virtual machines, which you will create on VMware workstation, those machines will communicate internally, but there will be no communication from your physical laptop to your virtual machines. Okay.
So I can move anywhere and I can connect and I can use those.
Yes. Simply click, close it and power on your machine. Press any key. No. Reset it. Rebooted the machine again, and you have to press Ctrl Alt and Del. No, click on power and reset it. Now when you will get prompt, press any key, hit enter. And this is a simple installation. I hope you can complete this. Correct.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and
I
you
use
can also complete that. Please install and configure that ADDS, DSCP and DNS roles as well. Okay, is there an issue in that?
So there is a lot of confusion.
So
Can
do
I
one.
click next?
Yeah, install now. So just do one thing.
Hmm.
Just configure this server as a delivery controller only, or not delivery controller, domain controller only. Okay. And
Okay.
rest thing, I will let you know. In a meantime, what you have to do, you have to create one more machine. Select the second one, click on that. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to create a second machine as I told you for DDC. with Windows Server operating system. Okay, and you have to name that machine like host name to DDC only. That's it. You have to do rest of the
Yeah,
things. I will
I need to create a new, or
no simply click on next. It will auto create.
so you want to be create one new DDC VM.
Yes, VM with same operating system. Okay, and just let me know.
Okay.
Will you be available in not in evening, in morning or in night after 8 or 9 o'clock?
Unable to hear you.
So what I'm telling is that will you be available in night? Am I audible?
Yeah, morning it's fine. Morning is anytime you can, from 9, 10 to 5 anytime.
Okay, means okay, got it. So what I will do, I will
Friday, Saturday, Sunday it's free for me.
okay. So what
I'm
I will
audible to
do,
you.
yeah, and there might be some network fluctuation. Okay, so what I'm telling is that I will do one thing. You just create that infra, and I will share one of my video uh, just after this call, and how to you will get like how to configure a domain controller. If you face any issue, you can refer that video. Okay, but that particular video is recorded in Hindi. Okay, I have English version as well, so I will share that
No,
English
Hindi,
version.
Hindi is for Hindi. मेरे को बहुत Hindi is very good.
Means
I
you
can understand easily.
understand, correct? Okay, so I will share
Okay.
Hindi version with you. Okay, so not an issue.
अभी
Okay,
ये DDC जो है सो DDC में आपको, नहीं DDC में आपको क्या है, अभी एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी DNS DHCP पूरा डालने के लिए बोल रहे हैं ना आप?
हाँ वो डीसी में डालना है. डीसी इज फॉर डोमेन कंट्रोलर एंड डीडीसी इज फॉर डिलीवरी कंट्रोलर. ओके, so
डिलीवरी कंट्रोल, हाँ.
into the DDC you have nothing to do. You just have to create a virtual machine with Windows server operating system. Okay,
Okay.
apart from that you have nothing to do. Okay, and
Okay.
also I want you to create one Windows 10 machine as well. Okay, and
Windows 10, I don't have Windows 10,
I
I
will
think.
share the link.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I'm getting one office call and just create that infra and we will connect. Okay.
Okay, okay, no.
Okay, buddy. Bye.